What's up my people, it's Mea once again. We are here with another episode on our channel Mea Official, and today we shall be sharing about things you should know before you quit your job to start a business. You want to quit your job and start up a business, but you have to be slow while doing this. You have to think about different things and consider different factors. Otherwise, you might shoot yourself in the leg. You have to be so clear about what you want to do and consider these things we are going to share today in this video so that you don't crash when you start a business. Before you leave that job to start a business, you have to ask yourself these questions. Why are you leaving the job where you're working to start a business? And why are you starting the business? Or even when you leave the job, will you have an opportunity of going back to the job? So once you consider all these questions and get answers for them, you'll get a plan why you're going to start a business and why you're leaving the job. Otherwise, if the reasons you're leaving for the job is to get more time, to increase your finances, but you start the business without answering those questions, still you might reach there and you find the business taking most of your time and you end up not achieving the purpose of leaving the job to start a business. So before you leave that job, please ask yourself these questions. Think about them so that once you start the business, you have a clear plan and a focus to answer those questions so that the reasons you left the job, you don't find them in your business. So before you leave your job to start a business, please think about why you're doing it, why are you leaving the job, and why are you starting the business. Once you have those answers, you might be ready to start your business. After defining the clear purpose of leaving your job to start a business, then you can share the idea with a couple of people. These people could be mentors, your friends, family, and some other people you trust. These people will help you, give you a different perspective, or point out issues that you might have not considered when you're thinking about leaving your job to start a business. Mentors can help you, take you through. Mentors, I mean people who are already doing a thing you're planning to start, or some people like business coaches can help you, take you through and show you a different perspective of some of the things you hadn't thought about. But in this process, avoid being defensive, because once you're going to start a business, you start by selling the idea to yourself. So for you, you're already convinced that what you're going to do will be a success. But these people are going to point out things you haven't thought about. So if you become defensive, you might miss out. People want to share with you the things they are thinking, but also you have to be wise, because there are some people who want to pull you down and people who want to discourage you. So you have to avoid the bad energy. Make sure once the people are sharing with you, pick the things that are important to you and leave the others you feel that aren't important on the side. But it's important to share ideas with people and they help you point out the things you hadn't thought about. So please, once you're going to leave your job to start a business, seek advice from pros, people who are already in the business, business coaches, mentors, friends and family. They will help you to nurture you so that you have a smooth transition from your job to your business. After sharing with people, now it is time to consider your financial situation. Consider the amount of finances you have in your treasury, the amount of money that you're going to invest in the business you want to start, but also after investing, will you have finances to take you through? Because if you're working, rest assured at the end of the month, you're going to get a salary. But here, the business might not break even for a couple of months. It could be 4, it could be 6 months. So if you don't have enough funds, it might become quite challenging for you. So I advise, have funds to take you through at least for the first 4 months, even if the business is not making any coin. So that in those 4 months, you have figured out the dynamics of the business and the business can run at least for 4 months as you're getting other means of investment. But also, if you don't have that money yet, you might need to consider things like getting investors or securing a loan or getting some money from your friends or family. Because if you don't have that amount of money, you might start a business, but you might lack the money to sustain yourself, so you end up lacking things like rent or money to connect with your clients. So make sure you consider your financial situation before you leave that job. Plan very well so that by the time you leave that job to start your business, you have enough money to take you through at least for the first 4 to 6 months. So please consider your financial situation. As a person, I think do not quit your job to start a business, but start a business and quit your job to run the business. This means that by the time you leave your job, let the business be in place already, other than leaving your job to start. When the business is already there and running on a small scale, you get to know different things in the business, the challenges, the things you need to know. But once you leave your job to start a business, it becomes very, very challenging because you will figure all these things out when you're already out of the job. So it means all your focus is on the business you're going to start. This means in case there are no finances, it will be quite challenging for you. But once you're working and this business is also running, it helps you to have another stream of income that can help you as you're figuring out different things in the business. So I advise, instead of leaving the job to start a business, start the business and leave the job and make the business your full-time job. This is so nice. I advise to do that instead of leaving the job to start a business. When you're planning to leave, don't leave on bad terms. If you're a good performer at your job, perform until the very last day of your job, so that even when you leave, they'll always say this person did their job, they didn't underperform, they didn't deliver. The place where you're working, they could even refer clients to you. If you're a contractor, they get clients for you. So once you're planning to leave, please don't leave on a bad note. Work as you're supposed to until the very last day. You even never know, you could start the business, it doesn't work as you expected it to, and the only option left is going back to where you're working from. So once you're planning to leave, please don't leave on a bad note. Work until the very last day and leave on a very good note with a very, very nice CV. If you've thought about all the things we've shared today, the time is now, my dear. This is the time for you to leave that job and start out your business. But put all these things we've discussed today into consideration. Otherwise, if you keep thinking, you'll get stuck in the vicious cycle of thoughts. So please, the best time to start won't come. Otherwise, start right now. After thinking about all the things shared above and you're ready to start your business, please go for it, try your luck and see how it goes. If you know other things that we can do in a way to prepare ourselves to leave our jobs and start the business, please share the ideas in the comment section below and make the conversation and keep the conversation going. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Meya Official, if you haven't yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell to always receive notifications once we upload the video. I remain Meya. Salute.